Hello there guys and welcome, it is Niran here, and today I am hugely excited to bring you a new series. Yes, today it is time for episode number 1 of the FIFA 16 show. For the old subscribers, you guys will know this. I've been doing this for about 2 years. It feels amazing to have that intro at the start of a video again. This is of course the series where I bring you weekly FIFA news and updates concerning FIFA 16, of course the game coming out in September, and these videos will of course be every Friday. I'll be giving you new screenshots, and hopefully this will be the first place where you hear new news. And again, I'm just so like, oh man, I love bringing back this series, and you guys seem to like it as well. Again, with it being episode number 1, if we could smash a massive 50 likes on this first episode, that will be massively appreciated. So the first thing we're going to talk about, of course, is the introduction of the women's national teams into FIFA 16. Now, this was quite a hot topic of debate. A lot of people saying they didn't like it, but probably more saying they did like it. I personally do like it. It's, you know, parity between the genders on the game. That's fine. That's absolutely awesome, and it brings more of a knowledge to women's football to everyone, because a lot of people play FIFA, so that's a lot of people now that are going to know a lot more about women's football, hopefully. Now, the issue I think a lot of people were bringing up was the fact they were hoping that EA weren't going to just completely focus on this as the only new feature implemented into the game, because obviously if this is the only thing, it could get a little bit stale, because the women's national teams can only be used in Matchday Live, Kickoff, i.e. the same thing, or online friendly. So you don't get new Ultimate Team cards, you don't get them in career mode, so it doesn't really add much to the main game modes, but it does obviously add a fundamental feature to the overall game. If this is not the only thing that EA implement, then I will be extremely happy, but if it is, then that's going to be slightly difficult, and it's going to be a little bit sort of stale, unfortunately, fairly quickly in terms of new features. Hopefully it's not, and if it isn't, again, it'll be absolutely awesome to see that implemented into the game. The national teams that have been included, I do believe there's 12, correct me if I'm wrong, my maths isn't great, that's something you new viewers need to know. But anyway, the 12 national teams: Germany, USA, France, Sweden, England, Brazil, Canada, Australia, Spain, China, Italy, and Mexico. Now, there's no Japan. Japan obviously got to the final of the Women's World Cup and got thrashed a little bit by USA, wasn't it? By USA. And they're not in the game, which is I think a little bit frustrating, because you know they're clearly a powerhouse of the women's football game, and they're not in FIFA 16. Hopefully that is something that's implemented into FIFA 17 even, or future FIFAs even, as they sort of broaden the horizon with this new feature. As a quick side note, there will also be authentic player faces using the head scans like they do for the male footballers, and there will also be in-game animations, or new in-game animations, just for the women's national teams, as well as 3D player modelling, which is nice to see they've gone attention to detail with this new big feature. Now, the other big thing that was that's sort of happening before this video was being made is, of course, the E3 trailer. E3 happened about a month and a half ago. Again, as I said, for the national teams, for the women's national teams, the links to the trailers will be in the description below. Again, as a little side note, you'll hopefully be seeing some screenshots in the background that have been released by EA. If you're not, you'll be seeing them now on the screen, as well as some random FIFA 14 gameplay before and after. Tell me what you think of those screenshots as well in the comment section below, so comment that below what you think of the screenshots and what you think of the features that have been announced so far by EA. But moving on to the E3 trailer, again, link to that will be in the description. I watched this in a live stream on Twitch, and to be honest, I was heavily disappointed when I first watched it, but in reflection and watching and reading an article that was written on Foothead, again a link to that will be in the description below as well, I'm starting to have second thoughts about my first opinions. Now, in the trailer, they emphasise more on gameplay as opposed to game modes, and they talked about innovation across the pitch, including new attacking stuff, midfield stuff, and defensive stuff, and probably there'll be some improvements to goalkeepers, or hopefully anyway, because they're a bit broken on FIFA 15, let's be honest. The first thing, let's get into defenders first. Now, there's a better defence apparently, so more interceptions, and you won't just see defenders watching the ball past them a few metres in front of them, which is extremely annoying. So that's very good. That's very good that there's more intelligence when it comes to defence. You see defenders anticipating square passes, so more care is needed. Interesting to see that defenders will actually sort of anticipate a pass before it's even been made. That's quite a big step in terms of intelligence on this title, so that will be good to see. It makes it a little bit more difficult to actually pass around, but of course in the midfield stuff that they announced, that will be counterbalanced. I'll get onto that in a little bit though. They also keep a better shape to the defenders. There's a bit more of a cohesion. I mean, you don't feel alone on the pitch. This was something that I really like, because sometimes you almost feel as if you have to change players manually. You have to control every single defender because they're not going to do it for you. So hopefully that will be a little bit, a little bit nicer. It's almost like there's teamwork, you and the AI battling against the other team. So yeah, better AI intelligence, and also one thing again with 1-2s was that at the moment when you do a 1-2 but it's not quite completed, the player who was going to get the ball back just continues on his run even when the ball has been changed over to the opposition. When there's a turnover in possession, the player who was going to get the ball back from the give and go will actually filter back into a position where the opposition attack was going to be most dangerous. Now moving on to the midfield, and we've got a new passing with purpose. And that is faster, quicker passing through tight spaces. Now, what you do is you press R1 on PlayStation. I do believe that's the right bumper, or RB on Xbox consoles, and you actually get a more fizzed pass along the ground, or a sort of faster with more venom pass to sort of get it between tight spaces. That allows then for quicker movement to be established in your build-up play in trying to attack. Now obviously, of course, this does counterbalance the defense, which is obviously going to be hugely improved, but if the attacking movement and passing is a lot better, then that's obviously going to make it a little bit more equal and balanced. Now there's a little bit of risk with this, because it's a lot faster. The player who's receiving the pass with venom, if you like, is more likely to miscontrol it. So in tight spaces, if the player that you're passing the ball to is in a tight space, it might not be something to go with, but of course if the player's got a higher ball control attribute, they're more likely to control it. For other attacking stuff, in terms of crossing, there's more whip on crosses, and they're aimed for players to run onto, as opposed for them just to go for a standing header, which obviously you can't get much pace on, but obviously if you run onto the ball, it makes it a little bit easier to direct it and get more pace on the ball. So that's quite interesting as well. It's sort of increasing speed as well, a bit like the sort of the faster passing, emphasises on an increase of speed when it comes to attacking. Now, the no-touch dribbling is actually apparently good. The ball doesn't have to move with the player. So an example that the guy gave in the Foothead article was that Marcelo was in a tight space. He wanted to play the ball backwards, but on FIFA 15, you would either have to make 2 touches to get back to your goalkeeper, or be in the position where you can pass back to your goalkeeper, or you'd have to do a stupid back heel. Apparently what you can do is you can actually manoeuvre the player around the ball now. Now I think it's going to take a bit of getting used to, because it would suggest now that you don't actually control the ball. Where the ball goes, you control where the player goes, and thus the player decides where the ball goes. So this could be quite interesting and difficult to get used to. Another thing is there's apparently slower game speed, which means an emphasis on passing the ball around, as opposed to just speed and flat-out acceleration. Apparently sprint speed's been toned down a little bit, and acceleration curves have been decreased slightly too. And there's a more methodical, like, real-life build-up, not a pace fest, basically. So being good at passing will actually help you in the game. So guys who are going for tiki-taka, this might finally be the game for you. Now, to round off everything, just a quick thing. This will only take about 30 seconds. But there was an interesting article again on Foothead. It's been deleted since, but if I can find it on the internet on another Ultimate Team news site, I'll put a link to that in the description too. And it showed Mark Bright getting a head scan for FIFA 16. Now, Mark Bright, in case you don't know, he's an ex-footballer and a sort of TV pundit as well. He's also on the coaching staff for Crystal Palace. Now, I'll leave you to think of your own thoughts here, but why would a member of Crystal Palace's coaching staff be getting a head scan? Could we be seeing full backroom staff in career mode? It's jumping to conclusions, but we might as well have a little bit of a have a little bit of a think about that. Now, comment in the comment section what you thought about the news that you've seen today. Obviously, it's fairly old, but still, if you have any opinions on it, drop that in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, and also the stuff about the head scanning there right at the end. So I hope you enjoyed the first episode then of the FIFA 16 show. Feel free to leave a like if you did enjoy. 50 likes yet again would be absolutely awesome. Subscribe if you are new around here as well, because you'll be seeing this series every single Friday, as well as FIFA 15 career mode, FIFA 16 players to watch out for, and F1 2015 content as well. It's been a pleasure though ranting at you guys today. Have a good day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.